Hello children, welcome to English class. Today we are going to learn about reflexive and reciprocal pronoun. So now here, kindly read the paragraph which was given here. Tina loves basketball. Tina is the captain of Tina's school's basketball team. Tina is very dedicated and practiced hard. Tina also helps Tina's team members get better at their game. So Tina hopes to represent her state soon. So what is odd in this paragraph? Did you all find? So you can see which is odd in this paragraph now. So wherever you go, wherever you read particular sentence, you can see then and there Tina is given there. Isn't it? So here you can see the name Tina is being used over and over again. So here let us see what can we do about it. So what is the thing? Instead of Tina, what you can do about it? So we can replace Tina with different pronouns to avoid repetitions. So for example, you all know, if it is used for a boy, the pronoun which you can use for Ashif is of he. So the pronoun which you can use for Sheila is of she. So these are the pronouns. There are so many pronouns which you can replace for different pronunciation to avoid the repetition in the sentence. So here you can see what do you mean by pronoun is of. A pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun to avoid saying the noun again and again. So that is the meaning. So here why we are using the pronoun? So here the pronoun is a word which is used in the place of a noun to avoid saying the particular noun again and again. So that is known as pronoun. So here you can see that pronoun is of 4 types. So here you can see the different types of pronouns, that is of subject, object, reflexive and reciprocal. So you can say it as subject pronoun, object pronoun, reflexive pronoun and reciprocal pronoun. So these are the 4 pronouns as we saw here. So let us see the explanation about it. So the first we are going to see is about subject pronoun. So here what do you mean by subject pronoun? A subject pronoun stands for the noun doing an action. So here you can see the sentence, Anil blamed Sangeeta for the delay. So can you tell me who's the noun here? Yes, Anil. So here when you changed this into he as a pronoun, that is we tell it as subject pronoun. So here the noun which stands for the subject, when you change it into pronoun, when you add the instead of Anil there, if you add any other pronoun there, we'll be saying that subject pronoun. The next thing we are going to see is about object pronouns. An object pronoun stands for the noun receiving an action. So there we saw that the subject pronoun stands for the noun. Here an object pronoun stands for the noun to receive the action, right? So here you can see Anil blamed Sangeeta. So what was the Anil action? So he is blaming Sangeeta for the delay work. So here who is the receiving? She is the one who is receiving the action here. So she will be the object here. So here he blamed her for the delay. So Anil is a boy, so it was the pronoun has been changed as he, and Sangeeta is the another person that was the receiving the action. So it was considered as, and it was a girl, she is a girl, so it was considered as her there. So we'll tell it as object pronoun. Then the next is of reflexive pronoun. So what do you mean by reflexive pronoun? So who is the subject and the object in the following sentence? Can you tell me? Reena blamed herself for the delay. Can you tell me the subject and object in the sentence? Okay, Reena is the subject. Can you tell me herself is the object here? No. So let us see some examples. So reflexive pronouns means, here you can see Reena blamed herself for the delay. So he is telling she is very sad that he was delayed, so he was blaming herself for the delay. So here Reena is both the subject and the object in this sentence, because herself, here she is blaming herself for the delay work. So here let us see why it is named as reflexive pronoun. A reflexive pronoun is used as the object when the same noun is doing the action and also receiving it. So here you can see herself, himself, itself, so themselves. So these are the things we can tell it as, that it is the object as well as it can receive the action from the noun. So we'll tell it as reflexive pronoun. Now, can you tell me which is the reflexive pronoun in the following? You should behave yourself. So here, what is the subject here? You is the subject. Then what will be the reflexive pronoun? Here you can see that yourself is the reflexive pronoun. As I told you, herself, himself, this one, yourself, themselves. So these are all comes under reflexive pronoun because it shows the receiving action of the particular noun. So here yourself is a reflexive pronoun because it refers to you, which is both the subject and the object. So when the reflexive pronoun refers to subject and the object, that means receiving and sending object, we'll tell it as reflexive pronoun. Now let us look at different reflexive pronouns. Here you can see I is an object. I is the subject, me is the object, and reflexive pronoun is of myself. I walked home by myself. You, yourself. You must drive yourself to work today. So what is the reflexive pronoun here? Myself, yourself. Then we'll move on to the next page, that is of we, us, ourselves. My friends and I went by ourselves to the movie. You, yourselves. So all of you must keep yourselves neat and tidy. Them, themselves. The elephant's son, themselves by the river. So here you can see all the reflexive pronoun over here. Ourselves, yourselves, themselves. And another example, that is of he, him, himself. Tom looked at himself in the mirror. She, her, herself. Raji sang to herself. It, itself. The horse hurt itself during the race. So here you can see himself, herself, itself. So these all comes under reflexive pronoun. Now next what you are going to see is about reciprocal pronoun. So let us learn about reciprocal pronoun now. So here, what do you mean by reciprocal pronoun? A reciprocal pronoun is used for an action that is reciprocated. So here it may used when two or more persons do the same action. So to reciprocate means to give or to do something in return. So let us see some examples to understand better about this reciprocal pronoun. So here you can see Mohan and Millie help each other to complete the task. So here Rohan and Millie are doing the same task, and here it was mentioned as reciprocal pronoun, that each other is the reciprocal pronoun. So here you can see the children are helping one another. So and it was mentioned as reciprocal pronoun here, and you can see all the children are doing the same task. So what is the difference between these two? Each other and one another. So each other, these both are reciprocal pronoun, that is of used for an action between two people. Example, I showed you that Mr. Rohan and Millie help each other to complete the work. So here the action done between two people, but here used for an action between three or more people. So the children are doing the the children are playing one another, building one another. So you can see that one another. So it was more than 3 or more people. So this is the two difference between how to find the reciprocal pronoun. So here you can see each other, that is about 2 people, and here you can see 3 or more people. So this is known as the reciprocal pronoun. So now today you have to do is of concept time 4, read it, and SB4 and SB5 to understand the different types of pronouns. I'll send you the photograph for you. Then there are examples like underline the reflexive pronouns and circle the reciprocal pronouns in the following sentence. Meena made herself some juice. Can you tell me which is the which particular word pronoun is the reciprocal or reflexive pronoun? Herself. Herself is the reflexive pronoun. Yes. Ramesh kept himself happy painting his room. Himself. Himself is the reflexive pronoun. We should all help one another. One another. That is the reciprocal pronoun. The actors appreciated each other. So here each other is the reciprocal pronoun. The staff arranged everything by themselves. Themselves is the reflexive pronoun. Can we see the correct answer for these things? Yes. So underline the reflexive pronoun and circle the reciprocal pronoun. It's given on the heading. So you can see these two are reflexive pronouns. Sorry, these 3 are reflexive pronouns and these 2 are reciprocal pronouns. So with this, I think that you have understand about the concept reciprocal and reflexive pronoun. So let's move on to the next concept, that is about character impact. So as we saw yesterday about that, while you're writing a story or parables, what the parables means, it's a short story with the moral given in that, and we learnt about the 4 elements of the story which has to be included in a particular story to make the reader very interesting. So what are the 4 elements you need to add? First one is of character, settings, problem, and solution must be given for that, isn't it? So today we are going to see the next chapter, that is of character impact. All the elements of a story are interconnected. So we all know that all the elements should be interconnected. Then only it will become a story. So here when we focus on the actions performed by a character in a story and how they are affected by it, so we can understand all the other elements of the story and the author's overall messages. So while you are reading itself, by the character performance itself, you will come to know what was the story about and how it was get affected and how you can understand by the other elements of the story, isn't it? So here by that the authors have given all over the message about it. So let us see how to use the given table below to understand the actions of the king from the story 3 questions and their impact on the rest of the story. So we all know what is the story about, the three questions. So here you can see first one, it was divided into 3 parts. This character impact has been divided into 3 parts. First part is of event, second part is of action, and third part is of impact. Now let us understand about the event first. What happens in the story? So here the king wants to know the answer for the 3 questions. That was the event happened in the story. And what will be the action? So what does the character do? So that will be the action. So he announces a reward for anyone who can answer them. Then what is the impact? So how does the character's action impact another event? So here many wise men try to answer them, but the king is dissatisfied by the differing answer. He decides to seek help from a hermit who gives him the answer. So here what happened? So as he announced the reward, they came so many wise men with the answer, but he was not satisfied, so that he went to hermit to get the correct answer for his question. So these are the action, event, action and impact happened in the particular story. So here, for example, if the king had not announced a reward, the story would not have led to the meeting of the king with the hermit. So here you can see the problem as raised by the king, so that he got the solution by the hermit. So every major action or decision that the character takes in a story impacts another character or event in the story, which in turn shapes the plot of the story. So here you can see, if there is a character, definitely it need another character that is of another elements to make the story to get a good idea, that is known as the plot of the story. So here, based on the table given on the previous page, we can draft a response to the following questions. So here they have drafted a response for that. So how does the king's decision to announce a reward for anyone who answers his 3 questions impact the rest of the story? So here it was divided into event, action, impact, as we saw there. So the king wants answer to 3 questions. That was the main event. He announces a reward for anyone who can answer them. So that was the action done by the character. However, he is dissatisfied by the different answers he gets. As a result of this, the king decided to seek help from a hermit. So this shapes the following events in the story, where the hermit provides the answers to his questions. That will be the impact. Now here is the practice question. They have given the example for the event. So other 2 parts you need to do it. That is of action and the impact of the event. So first they have given the king. A wounded man comes running towards him. So the event has been given. You have to write the action regarding this character and you have to write the impact of the event. Then the man. The king puts the man's brother to death and seizes his property. So that is the event given for the particular man. And another one event is of the king saves the wounded man's life. So regarding this, you need to write the action of that particular character and you have to write the impact of the event. Then the hermit. So here the king asks him for the answers to 3 questions. So here is about the character hermit. So now you'll be writing the what was the action done by the hermit and the impact of the event. So if you can't understand how to write, here you can see action means what does the character do. You have to write the particular character name for particular characters, the king, the man, the hermit in this column. And the next is of how does the character's action impact another event. So here is the example. So when you read this, you can write the definition of this impact of the event. So I hope that you all understand today's lesson. So that 2 chapter we revised, that is of reflexive and reciprocal pronoun, and we learnt about the character's impact. So I'll just post your homework in the Google Classroom. Do it and send it to me. Thank you, dear children.